Don't feed the animals. That's too late, folks. I already had dinner. Anyway, this is Don't Feed the Animals, double dry hopped IPA, 6.5% ABV, brewed in collaboration with the Portland Zoo out of Portland, Maine. Stop and smell the flowers. Don't be an animal. Drink responsibly. Can't kick it. Yes, you can. Can't recycle it. Question mark. Yes, you can. Okay, I guess I don't get that. Brewed and canned by Illmadic. 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 41 Fox Street, Portland, Maine. I don't think I've heard of these guys yet. So this is my first beer from this brewery, and it's done in collaboration with a local zoo. I picked this up at Main Street Provisions on Main Street in Waterville, Maine. Thanks for the heads up, Kyle M. and a couple of other folks for pointing me in that direction to check this place out, because they do have a few beers that I have not seen in other places, which is nice. But yeah, nice local interest, Portland Zoo brewed, or it's a double dry hopped IPA. I mean, it's got to be good, right? Illmadic. I'm just trying to think. I don't think I have ever had anything else from them. So, I don't think I've even heard of the brewery before, so they must be new. Or they've been around forever and they're just a little well-kept secret. Had to have it for the name alone anyway, so. I'm getting a halfway decent pour on that with pretty good head. Oh, look at that. Just filled the glass. Awesome. And I'm smelling citrus. No big surprise, I'm keyed toward citrus and pine. Anybody who's seen like one IPA reviewed on this channel has heard me mention that at least 50 fucking times. So look at how effervescent that is. Tons of bubbles. I don't know if that's coming through really well on the camera, but there are tons of bubbles coming up from all points at the bottom of the glass. Not just the nucleation point, but everywhere around. It's slightly hazy. Has a nice golden color to it. Almost honey-colored up here where the beer gets thicker, but a nice yellowish hue down here where it's thinner. Very, very, very effervescent. Tons of cascading bubbles. I almost think I see some particulates in there, but we're not going to worry about that for now. Hoppy and citrusy. Double dry hopped means that they went back in as the beer was fermenting and they added fresh hops to it. That could have been pellets, could have been whole cone hops, could have been not flowers, flakes, whatever it is. Petals, pressed flakes, pressed petals. Anyway, the hop cone is basically the flower of the vine, and you can press it into pellets. You can add fresh cones, or you can trying to remember what they call it when they separate the petals off of the cones and just flake them in there, like whatever. There's a special name for them. But anyway, dry hopping basically just means you added it during fermentation or post-fermentation and then filtered again. Very citrusy. Slightly fruity. I know citrus and fruit are kind of overlapping, but like a sweet fruitiness in addition to the overall citrusy character. Nice. Medium light mouthfeel. Smooth. 6.5% ABV means this is going to go down pretty quick and easy, which is fine. This is an easy drinking beer, and the alcohol content isn't so heavy that you're going to be in trouble. There's an almost tropical, fruity, and citrusy altogether flavor up front. Then it hits you with a nice malt backbone. You get a bit of graininess. It's like a light graininess, but it's definitely there. And then it finishes with this overall earthy hop character as well. So smooth, easy to drink. It's got some body to it though. Hits you up front with a nice citrusy and somewhat fruity, maybe hinting at tropical hop character. A nice grainy mid-range there as it rolls off the palate, and then in the finish you're getting a bit of an earthy hoppiness. And some deep belches. It's a rich, complex brew, smooth, easy to drink. It's got a lot of character, a lot of flavor to it. I'm not quite ready to push it up to the full-on 5 out of 5. Because even though there's some really great combinations of character in there, there's nothing unique, different, or hitting me with a wow reaction. Now, years ago, that might have been the case. This might have been a standout beer. But this far into, craft brewing, and we've been dealing with this for over a decade now, there's a lot of other beers that have similar characteristics. Maybe not a lot, but at least a couple. So it's not 100% standing out. That being said, it's not that full-on 5 out of 5 unique or wow reaction, but it's as close as it can get because it is a standout. It's just not fully standing out from the small crowd of similar beers. So I'm hitting it with a 4.5 out of 5. Those 5s are getting more and more rare these days because it's harder and harder for any given brewery to come up with something that is fully unique or a standout because, man, there's just so many similar recipes out there with the proliferation of craft beer, and especially IPAs. IPAs got it rough when it comes to differentiating themselves from the crowd because everybody loves IPAs, so every brewery out there has well, not every, but a lot of breweries out there have an IPA-heavy catalog. And sometimes you go to a place and you get there's 6 IPAs on the menu and maybe 2 other beers. You order all 6 of the IPAs in a flight, and you can barely tell the difference between them. Again, this is a standout because it's got a nice, decent malt backbone that hits you in the middle, and it goes from citrusy. Then in the finish, you get that earthiness. But again, it's not unique. It's just it gets your attention. Anyway, I could go on and on all night about this one beer, but I've said enough. I'm going to start repeating myself. It's a 4.5 out of 5 from me. Hit me up down below in the comments or the email link. Love to hear what you have to say about Don't Feed the Animals. If you agree or disagree, either way, still want to hear from you. While you're down there, don't forget to like and share the video, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. No? I thought there was a third one coming. Anyway, till next time, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.